Sup shooters, my name is Logan aka Spiderhandz, and welcome to an SP Reviews, where today we're going to be listening to a selection of tracks from an artist named, and I want to pronounce this correctly, Imtiaz Kibria. Imtiaz Kibria, and we're going to be listening to about 6 tracks. He's made a playlist specifically for us to have a listen to today and to check out. We're just going to go through them one by one, see what we think, and then we'll do a conclusion at the end. Alright, just going to switch over to here now, and we're going to get into Skydiving, and go. That's some pretty sort of delay on those instruments straight away. Like, that's some pretty instrumentation right off the bat. That's a really great way to introduce a playlist, is to have that kind of stuff going.
I'm jumping from the top.
Oh, cool. That boosted bass is really sick at the bottom, you know?
Parachute is gone. I think I'm dying. I'm jumping from the top.
Wow, this is actually pretty fun. I mean, like, obviously the subject matter of the song isn't fun, but just like the instrumentation, the way it's put together so far has been really cool.
Parachute is fall, my mind is crying. Parachute is gone, I think I'm dying.
Really well produced.
Tears fell down from the heaven up above me. I'm living pure hell, let's make this easy. Better off alone, I'm deeply needing something that is more. My mind is bleeding, time is running out, I must be sinking. Dancing with my demons, all my bottles, they are empty. I've been drinking, forget about dreaming.
Alright, and I'm just gonna stop it there as well. Like, just, I get the feeling that some of the subject matter is gonna be a bit heavy in this. But then again, there's nothing wrong with that, you know? Music's good like that, you know? You can talk about whatever you want. It's fine.
So fuck leaning. So fuck leaning. So
That
fuck leaning.
That kind of thing's really pretty as well. But back to the chorus.
I think that I might die, 'cause maybe I'm falling. Parachute to fall, my mind is crying. Parachute is gone, I think I'm dying. I'm jumping from the top, I'm skydiving. I think that I might die, 'cause maybe I'm falling. Parachute to fall, my mind is crying. Parachute is gone, I think I'm dying.
It always amazes me how they managed to get that kind of bass in there, but they managed to get the vocals floating above them like that, like in the mix. It's really cool.
Died inside me. Heard you through the clouds. I started crying, doing just fine. No, I'm not, I'm lying. I am hiding, come and find me. Stuck inside my head, there is no escaping. My soul's for the taking, covered up with blankets. 1 foot on the ledge, don't think that I can take it. Don't think that I can take it.
Wow.
Off.
I was kind of regretting pausing the video earlier saying there'd be some heavy subject matter, but no, I don't so much now. Like, again, there's nothing wrong with it. But, it's very early in the day at the moment. I didn't really think I'd be feeling the feels like this, you know? Poor guy.
I think I'm dying.
Wow, man. Parachute is gone, I think I'm dying. And it just ends. And it's just stopping now. It's just, there's nothing more vocally. Wow, that was an interesting story. Like, that was deep though, dude. And that first one was Skydiving. This one is called Give Me the Loot by Imtiaz and also Kendall. I'm keeping an eye. I've got some cats over there by the window, so I'm just keeping an eye on this because they get kind of cheeky with the curtains sometimes. Give Me the Loot by Imtiaz Kibria and Kendall Chill. This is a different feeling track. Yeah, this shows maturity and the way this has been made. Like, these people have been around the block a few times.
I got diamonds in my bands. Saint Laurent on the back pocket of my pants. With your Tatiana, I can make that whole dance. I don't do no fronts, need my loot in advance. I don't do no fronts, need the loot in advance. Nah. I don't do no fronts, need the loot in advance.
This is very different to Skydiving. I wasn't expecting this. Oh, cool. Kendall's rapping as well.
Playing in the snow like it's Aspen. She won't get shit if she asking. I'm running past you hoes like I'm fasting. Came a long way from
those 808s are banging, man. Like,
life, bitch, no acting. Sleeping on the floor like it's practicing. Keeping number score, get my baskets in. Playing all season, no Kaepernick. Shout out Kaepernick. Smoking Kaepernick. Smoking Kaepernick.
alright.
Boy, fuck your ego, I got diamonds.
And back to the chorus.
Saint Laurent on the back pocket of my pants. With your Tatiana, I can make that whole dance. I don't do no fronts, need my loot in advance. I don't do no fronts, need the loot in advance. Nah. I don't do no fronts, need the loot in advance.
This has been a trip. Like, this is so different to Skydiving. I can't get over it. Like, usually I've got a whole lot more to say about stuff because I'm not as sort of emotionally invested this early in. But this is hitting me, man. Like, even if not just the lyrics, like, it blows me away what people are able to do with music production these days. It does, like what people are able to do with it. It's really cool. I think Imtiaz Kibria, you've done a good job. You've done a good job with this. Whether you're producing this yourself, whether you're making the beats yourself, or someone else is kind of helping you out, either way, this is dope. You know, it's so solid and it's catchy, but like not in a cheesy way. It's like, it's memorable. Not catchy, it's memorable. I feel like I'm gonna remember this for a very long time. It's so beautiful.
Boy, fuck your ego, I got diamonds in my bands.
And back to the chorus.
On the back pocket of my pants. With your Tatiana, I can make that whole dance. I don't do no fronts, need my loot.
Alright, so the story was told in the first verse.
Nah. I don't do no fronts, need the loot in advance.
It's so interesting. Like, I've been listening to a lot more modern hip hop recently, and it's so different to how it used to be in the noughties and the 90s and stuff like that. I guess I missed out on a lot of the good stuff that's come between then and now. But that was Give Me the Loot. Excellent effort for number 2. Track number 3 is If I Left Tomorrow, and this is by Donny Dey, Imtiaz Kibria, and Patrick Hale. Oh, why do I recognize Patrick Hale? Cool. I'm digging those synths. This is so different again. What is this? Who is Imtiaz Kibria? So diverse, dude. I love the fact that he's going into different genres. Man, it's pulsing, dude.
Grab your passport and fly with me. There's nowhere in the world that we can't be.
Is this Donny that's singing here? Because he's got a really kind of beautiful fragility to his vocal style, you know? Okay, we're changing up a little bit here, rising. Yep, back to the hook. All right. So this is another really energetic track. Well, not. I mean, to clarify, like, it's a different kind of energy, but like, as in, like, this seems a lot more upbeat than, especially more than Skydiving. Skydiving, wow, that was the one here, was a heavy hitter first off, and Give Me the Loot was, it's kind of like going kind of depressing, kind of, you know, bit of swagger, and this is just like vibing, man.
driving city that's killing you.
Man, the instruments, the drum machines, the bass synths and stuff like that. I don't know if these are samples. Either way. I mean, I know the drum machines use samples, but you know what I mean. Is this Donny Dey or is this who's singing in this? No, low-key, because if this is Imtiaz singing here, I'm gonna be blown away by this. Or does he have like a vocal partner somewhere else? Bam 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 bam. It's so refreshing, you know. It's so likable. If I Left Tomorrow is probably my. I like all of these for different reasons. But that was If I Left Tomorrow. Let's make sure I haven't missed anything at the end. And the next one is Kismet, number 4 by Imtiaz Kibria, and Kendall Chill is returning. Some nice panning of the guitar part and the headphones and the stereo mix. Good use of creativity with putting instruments around the stereo field. I like that. Nice somber kind of start. It's completely different to If I Left Tomorrow.
Stuck in this space, things are working
Alright.
out. I told you a million times.
I'm starting to get a sort of feel for the different stuff that Imtiaz is involved in. Because this is a bit more sort of. It's a little bit more similar to what was happening in Give Me the Loot. But it also has some other kind of low, kind of the depressing kind of. It's less depressing than Skydiving. It's less sad than Skydiving, but like it's in the middle of Give Me the Loot and Skydiving, you know.
Bring up the past, tensions are rising. Tell me you're sorry.
Kendall's got a really pleasant voice to listen to.
Make me believe it. Need you to take us to another level. By you is special. You ain't no different than me.
They work really well together when they're going at the same time.
Stuck in this space, things are working out. I told you a million times that I would die just to feel your love. That I would die just to get enough.
I would die just to feel your love. I would die just to. Wow. That's some deep shit. You know what I mean? I love the fact that they've gone for like both of them singing collaboratively throughout this piece. I think that's really neat because I think it reflects the fact that both parties feel the same way about each other. You know, the man and the woman feel the same about each other in this situation.
Stuck in this phase, things are working out. I told you a million times that I would die just to feel your love. That I would die just to get enough.
We got some vocal sampling there, haven't we? Some vocal modulation? Yeah, I love that stuff. It's really cool.
We keep falling back, said it won't work out. I come up when you come back.
So we're going.
Watch it all drown out. The sky is falling down.
So is this a verse or a chorus? I think this is the.
Million times been through all this madness. This shouldn't happen. This love is tragic. Gotta be savage. Leaving all my baggage now. Leaving all my baggage now.
You'll notice that the exact same theme, by the way, musically, like in terms of the background orchestration, the same theme has been going for most of the song and it hasn't gotten old. and the vocal melodies are repeated to a certain extent. Sure, they're changing it up in the verses, but these guys are good enough that they can repeat similar sounding melodic and harmonic progressions, and the drums can do their thing for the most part similarly. And it continues to sound fresh, and I think that is a defining factor in whether someone makes good music. If you can produce a piece of music and you can repeat something and the audience doesn't get bored of it over the space of 3.5 minutes, you know, I know that Imtiaz and Kendall are changing it up as you go. But if you can repeat it to a certain extent and it doesn't become boring, then you've succeeded. Because a lot of people and a lot of different genres of music, they have to constantly keep changing it up. But you don't have to, that doesn't mean that all music has to be like that. And then this kind of music really kind of suits it. Because the focus is on the vocals, you know? What they're saying as opposed to how it sounds.
Things are working out. I told you a million times that I would die just to feel your love.
It's wonderfully put together.
Stuck in this space, things are working out. I told you.
This is why I love doing sort of like album-ish kind of reviews, where I get to listen to a selection of tracks, because it's good to see the variety of music that artists are involved in. And so far I've heard 4 reasonably different tracks, which has been sweet. And this is number 5, Phases, by Imtiaz and Kendall again. And we've got some beautiful sort of electric guitar with some reverb and delay, maybe even a little bit of chorus.
I've been going through some changes.
Okay, so this is a bit more similar to Kismet.
I've been going through some phases. Won't change me, don't phase me. I've been going through some changes.
I wonder who the guitarist is. Is that Imtiaz who's playing the guitar? Because if that's the case, he's a pretty decent guitarist, eh?
Don't change me, won't phase me.
I've been going through some changes, phases, living my life crazy, dangerous, all these phases, but nothing phases me.
Don't change me, don't phase me.
It's nice to hear a track though with no drums, just to highlight the fact that these guys are good enough to hold a track on their own without needing the 808s and the kick and snare, you know?
I'm living dangerous.
Their guitar part is good enough to maintain a sense of rhythm, you know?
I've been going through some changes. I've been going through some things, and I've been going through some phases. Won't change me, don't phase me. I've been going through some changes. I've been dealing with some things, and I've been going through some phases. Don't change me, won't phase me.
Now this is a very short and sweet track, but like I'd like to highlight the intelligent way that they've approached this. They know that Imtiaz is a really good vocalist, and so is Kendall, but it's great to see Imtiaz, who is kind of, I suppose, I don't know how big Kendall is, but it's great that if Imtiaz is doing the music and stuff like that, he's allowing Kendall to have like a kind of a focus on a lot of these compositions, you know. Whether or not Kendall is involved in her own music production stuff, or whether she focuses on vocals as like a thing that she does, either's fine. But it's great that MTS is allowing her to shine in these sort of collaborations. I really appreciate that. There hasn't been a weak track so far. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. There hasn't been a single weak track so far. Skydiving, Give Me a Loot, If I Left Tomorrow, Kismet, and Phases have all been pretty sweet. And we've just got one more track to go called No Yesterday by Imtiaz Kibria. I probably pronounced that 3 different ways. I'm sorry, man. Hopefully one of them was correct. Alright. The drums are... boom. They're making up for the lack of them in Phases.
Don't tell me why you wanna love me.
What is this?
Just
Wow.
tell me why you wanna run.
That is a sexy sounding synth, dude.
Just getting started.
I think this might be my favorite, dude. I just love the energy of it. I'm vibing to it.
Not around.
I got a filter going on that vocal. On the whole mix.
Yes,
Whoa! What is this though? I love these synthesizers that. I love those kind of synths. More, please. It's got a really kind of 80s kind of vibe to it. How often? No. Hear me out. How often have you heard a chorus that gets all sort of low key like that, but still manages to pull it off, and the guy cheekily puts a little star-like synth in it? It sounds like stars. It sounds like stars up in the night sky, you know, like shooting stars, man. This guy is cool. Hey. Oh, what's happening here, man?
Don't tell me why you wanna leave me.
Don't tell me why you want to leave me.
Just tell me why you wanna come.
Just tell me why you want to come.
Don't tell me why you wanna hold me. Just tell me you'll never run.
Oh man.
There's no yesterday, only tomorrow, and right now. There's no yesterday, no yesterday, no yesterday. Right now.
So is he going through a vocoder or something like that? Man, those hi-hats are going hard, dude. Is that wah kind of thing happening in the background? And it's fading out. Dude, I'm blown away by that. I'm blown away by No Yesterday. What a strong finish. What a crazy little adventure that was. Skydiving was so... skydiving's kind of just like... Skydiving weighed 1,000 tons. It was just... It was a heavy hitter. It made me feel things I wasn't expecting to feel at 11 o'clock on a Saturday morning. But then Give Me the Loot was a bit more kind of chilled out, and a little bit more kind of what's the word? I think Give Me the Loot had a bit of a don't fuck with me kind of vibe. I think that's what it. Give Me the Loot had a bit of a don't fuck with me kind of vibe. If I Left Tomorrow was like kind of candy floss, dude. Like it was just no matter what it said in the vocals for If I Left Tomorrow, it'd still be like you're floating on clouds. Kismet and Phases were they were kind of melancholic to a certain extent. Phases was a little bit less. It was like, you know, Phases was all about, you know, I know I'm going through some stuff, but I won't let it change who I am. And then No Yesterday was this kind of 80s kind of had a lot of soul to that one. I liked the production value, especially in No Yesterday. I think that Imtiaz Kibria has done some really fascinating stuff. It's been a pleasure to listen to all of these tracks, and good work to Kendall Chill, Donny Dey, and Patrick Hale for their work as well, because it's no doubt been an aid of the time I had today. And that was my review of Imtiaz Kibria. I think that if there's anything that I can take away from today, it's that it's good when artists explore different types of music and try to sort of entertain the preferences of the people that they're working with. Because in the case of these collaborations, they were very different to the ones where Imtiaz was working alone. You know, the stuff that Imtiaz did on his own was really cool, don't get me wrong. But it was great to see the diversity that occurred when he worked with these other artists, you know. I love the fact that there were some risks taken, and I honestly don't see enough of it. I would love for more artists to get involved in a wide range of different music, because I think that you can grow as a musician if you try and make different kinds of tunes. You learn new tricks and you can apply them to what you do on your own, and it benefits your listeners because they might even find some new people to listen to as well. You know, the world's a big place. But thank you very much for watching this review. Thank you very much to Imtiaz Kibria for letting me check out his material. I loved it. It was a great time. I will be checking out more of his music in future. Hopefully the review has been to your tastes, to those of you that have watched it. And please do remember to support Imtiaz as well as your local artists. It's been a bit of a rough time because of what's been happening around the world. So if you can show some love to the musicians you know around you, that'd be fantastic. Please remember to stay safe, stay cool. See you later. Spiderhandz out.